What's up, shawty?
This is the story of Ashley Burton, aged 37. A beautiful transgender lady who was shot and killed during a scuffle in her house by someone she let in.
We're hearing now from the family of Ashley Burton, whose body was found in a breezeway at the City Park Apartments off of Fairburn Road in Atlanta. Our Cody Alcorn has this story.
Why her? Why would it be somebody who's trying to make it, who's trying to better herself, who's trying to do right by people, who's trying to help? Why?
Ashley was a hairstylist and makeup artist. She took great pride in her work. She posted her works and also posted herself very often on social media.
I'm tired of all these incidents of trans women just being pushed up under the rug. We are human beings too.
Welcome to the channel. It's your host NGE, and we back with another crazy video. And in this crazy video, we have an Atlanta trans woman that got blickadooed after they men discovered that box used to have rocks. The victim's name is Ashley Burton, but their real name is Adeline, cause they ass is out of line for not being honest and upfront in the beginning to prevent this from happening, but also for liking thugs. Black women, all 2 3/4 of y'all watching, tell me why this person was so believable outside of the way they looked. Was it the body? Yes. The voice? Yes. The weave? Yes. But what really sold it? You know what really sold it, Queen, don't you? You know it's the fact that they went after the thug just like y'all would. Brothers of the community, if y'all carry yourselves like proper men, this will never happen to you. Even trans women prefer thugs, drug dealers, and scammers. Black women, y'all should be ashamed.
Shame. Shame.
What would've sussed me out was good credit, paying bills on time, no baby daddies, femininity, and backing down from an argument. I would've been like,
Hold up. Wait a minute.
next, I would've waited for something to go down and see if they take accountability without sharing blame. If they would've took accountability, I would've been like, black men, what 37-year-old black woman you know ain't got nobody's kids but carry theyself like a city girl?
That's a good point. You've got a good point.
The thug responsible for taking Ashley's life goes by the name of Darius Mills. And Darius was in police custody for something else his thug ass done did when detectives charged him for Ashley's unaliving.
Ashley was living her life to the fullest like anybody else when things suddenly turned left. On April 11, 2023, according to reports, Ashley was home with someone who she knew. Things were going nice for them until the person in question discovered something about her he didn't like.
Oh, no.
The report did not say for sure what the person actually found out. Suddenly this person got his gun and shot Ashley. She was able to rush outside her apartment to ask for help, but he followed her and kept shooting her. He then fled the scene afterwards. Neighbors who heard loud banging on their doors called the cops. When they arrived, Ashley was declared dead on the scene.
Well, just into our newsroom, police have issued arrest warrants for a suspect in the death of a transgender woman. Darius Mills is accused of killing 37-year-old Ashley Burton. You might remember her story. She was found shot and killed at an apartment complex on Fairburn Road in April. Mills was being held for another crime when police secured the warrants for his arrest in Burton's death. He's facing several charges now, including murder and armed robbery.
Y'all remember what I said in my last video that men attracted to Jezebels like 10, the guy was on the down low? This is what I'm talking about. A proper man shouldn't be attracted to the masculinity, the tattoos, the weave, and the feed me Seymour, feed me, little shop of horror eyelashes. There's something called the uncanny valley, and I can't get over the uncanny valley when dealing with the Western modern black woman. This is why proper men prefer women natural, so we don't have to play a game of Among Us when dating.
That man's an imposter.
That man is the imposter.
All jokes aside, the black community has a huge problem with hedonism. You've heard me mention the term proper man a couple times in this video, and there's a reason why. Proper men don't actively engage in vices, pleasure seeking, and hedonism. Most things are fine in moderation, but when you set high standards for yourself, you can prevent these situations. If you can hold yourself to a high moral standard, you will naturally hold other people to the same standard and won't tolerate those that fall below. But when you smoking, drinking, and jerking all the time, you're training those copes into your brain. This negatively impacts your hedonic treadmill and throws your judgment off every time you encounter an opportunity to indulge. Darius encountered an opportunity to indulge in what he thought was a super thick black chick. And according to what I can find, Ashley partook in every salacious hedonistic activity a modern Jezebel would. If Darius practiced the proper man movement, then Ashley would not have qualified.
You're not even qualified.
And he would have done himself a favor.
Thank you, you did me a favor.
Fellas, the proper man movement is the way up, and it's the only way that we're gonna create change in society. Ashley would still be alive if they didn't attempt to bypass the already low moral standards of their love interest. There is a reason why black Jezebels only go after sociopathic criminal men. It's because those men are the only men that allow them to survive.
What you talking about, Willis?
The hood wouldn't exist if they only had men like myself to choose from.
Corny kid, right?
So stay lame, stay being the corny dude, because if you haven't noticed, my last 2 videos are showing y'all the consequences of these relationships. Like for real, what you missing out on? Hell, jail, or a female whose real name is Montel?
Are you placing judgment on my life choices?
Yes!
She even posted videos of herself where she was perfecting her body how she wanted it.
Girl, let me tell you something. The only thing that really worries people is like just going in that room. Girl, you done paid your money, you better take your ass on in that room. Tell them people don't over talk over you, honey. Talking about something, just put me to sleep and get me up out of here. That's all you got to tell them, honey. Don't do all that talking. Because now, you know how they do. They're going to take you in there. They're going to tell you all the stuff that could happen and all that stuff and your percent chances and all that. Baby, you can't let that stuff get in your brain, honey. I'm telling you, you know what? Just shut up. Just get off that and get me on up in here, because I don't want to hear nothing about all that. But they got to tell you anyway. That's just what they got to tell you. But you know what I mean. Don't let it discourage you. You just got to get your mind pepped up. And just know, honey, once they hit that little button and you start fading out, girl, you'll be back up. You think you've been gone 5 minutes, girl, you be gone hours, and you'll get up. Because it get real now when they tell you they about to come in there and, you know, you got to get undressed and all that stuff, put your little gown on, and they tell you somebody about to come in there and talk to you about anesthesia. That's when it get real. Because, you know, it's going to go down. Because it ain't going to take long, because they going to talk to you a little bit. And, honey, that stuff going to get to flowing through you. And, honey, you is going to be out. And you going to wake up. And you going to be sore as hell. But it's all right. I mean, honey, beauty is pain, baby.
If you have kids, be sure to talk to your kids about these topics and let them know what's up. We can't be like Gen X and let our kids grow up thinking it's okay to smoke weed and cut people out of their lives. That Aleister Crowley do what thou wilt mindset that was so popular in the 70s is the reason we have so many hedonistic sociopaths out here. Ashley may be the victim, but they're also a Machiavellian sociopath due to the fact that they tried to selfishly bypass someone else's values. And Darius, lacking empathy for the reality of a trans woman and human life, decided to unalive Ashley due to being a sociopath himself. Black men, we cannot afford to continue down the path of the hedonist. Let's keep it real. Every one of us has a pookie switch, and it tends to come out when we get around some dang women. That's why the passport bro movement got invaded by sexpats, because instead of talking about what's important, we talking about them mangoes.
Yep.
The black man must conquer baby Africa, because when someone else gets control of it, we lose everything. This story is sad, but it proves a lot of black men lack accountability. Women, or those who identify as women, can't do nothing to you that you don't allow to happen. You are not a king when you prove to be a slave to your hedonism. Until you can control baby Africa, only then can you call yourself a king. The rules are still the same. You can't protect what you can't control. So if you can't control baby Africa, then don't complain when your ass gets colonized. But anyway, man, that's the video for today. And if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like the damn video. Be sure to click her to see why Tan the God smoked her ex and then got shot in America. Be sure to follow me on TikTok at NGEnevergoodenough, all one word. Or follow me on my Instagram at NGE_nevergoodenough. Or if you want to do some business with me, then be sure to hit me up on my email at NGEnevergoodenough@gmail.com. And remember, become the change you want to see. It's your boy, NGE. Peace.